What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on this topic, and I want to talk about Usher visiting Russell Simmons while he was vacationing in Bali. Now, this is a very bad look for Usher in my opinion, but I think that there is a method to all of this madness. So Russell is claiming that with Usher coming to visit him while he was in Bali, came at a very pivotal time and it uplifted his spirit. Now, I do want to make this extremely clear. It's not like Usher flew all the way from the US to Bali just to spend time with Russell. Usher had took his wife to Bali and the two were vacationing, and since Russell is already there, the two decide to link up. Now, we know that Russell has been in Bali for quite some time, evading charges of SADV and R, and a lot of fans of Usher are questioning and very puzzled by the fact that he would attach himself to a person that have all of these negative connotations attached to him and all of these serious and extremely brutal and predatory accusations that involve him. Why would you attach yourself to a person like that, especially given the fact that Usher just had one of the best years of his career with the success of his Vegas residency, and also he just performed at the Super Bowl. So honestly, where's your PR team? Now, Russell did take to Instagram and he posted photos and video footage of him and Usher doing yoga. He also went on to say that he couldn't believe that Usher visited him during a time where he feels that he's at the lowest point in his life, and that he woke up and Usher was sitting by his bed.
Please pay attention.
Now, Russell goes on to say that he's known Usher since he was a kid. Of course, that is factual information because Russell was definitely in the music business, and Usher was living in New York with Diddy for a year and a half or so, and basically said that they bonded because of their mutual love for self-discovery and their belief in yogic science. And Russell goes on to explain that him and Usher's spiritual connection is a direct route to realizing God's consciousness within themselves. Now, I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with y'all. I haven't heard anything from my plug in regards to this information, but me personally, I suspect that Usher was not just there for a spiritual connection with Russell Simmons. I believe that they are having conversations about all the noise that's going on. It comes at a very pivotal time. Usher was named in this lawsuit that Rodney Jones filed against Diddy, and I believe that Usher was there for advice. Now, I understand people can question, why would Usher be trying to get advice from a person that's being accused of the same things that Diddy has been accused of? And my response would be, that's a very valid question, but my question to people who would question that is, what information does Usher have on Diddy, and what information does Russell have on Diddy that could possibly give Russell immunity to be able to return back to the US full time? Now, I do realize that I could be totally off and wrong in that regard, and another part of me thought that maybe Usher is over there in Bali trying to get advice from Russell because he's planning his own escape from the US to Bali, because some of the things that Rodney alleged in his lawsuit that Usher was partaking in on those Diddy yachts are actually true. But then I thought to myself, nah, Usher ain't that stupid. Why would he show those people his hand? Why would he let people know what he's about to do if those accusations within that lawsuit is true? It just leads me to believe that while they were probably meditating and trying to find their inner and higher selves, that the main topic of discussion was Diddy. Now, what I want to do right now is play you guys a couple of clips of people talking about this, and I'm going to also include a clip of Gene Deal talking about something and confirming something that I was told a year or two ago, and I brought it to my platform. A lot of people said that I made it up, but Gene Deal actually confirmed it, right? So for those of you who follow me tight, you're going to remember this. I could not find the clip because, guys, you know I have so many videos in regards to Kim Porter, Usher, and things of that nature, and this whole Diddy situation. But those of you who follow me tight will remember that I told you this a long time ago. So guys, sit tight and I'll be back to close the video.
You want more? I'll give you more. Okay, we've got some updates on the Diddy lawsuit involving Usher. Meek Mill. Let's start with the related headlines. Russell Simmons thanks Usher for paying him a visit. Fans go wild with theories. Russell Simmons is spending a lot of time in Bali doing yoga. Isn't he evading criminal charges in the United States? Isn't that the whole reason that he went to Bali? So, Russell Simmons recently shared a couple of new posts and pictures on Instagram of Usher's recent visit, which really lifted his spirits. Who cares? People in the comments had a lot to unpack, both due to the music executive's past alleged crimes concerning misconduct and the R&B star's implicit mention in a lawsuit against Diddy accusing the bad boy mogul of similar behavior. In addition, some took issues with it. What? A child legs in one of the pictures? Oh my god, what? I'm not even gonna look for that. I want to see that. Internet News theorized Meek Mill and Usher are the mystery people redacted in new Diddy lawsuit, and I agree with internet sleuths. It's not a good look for the one-name permanent A-list singer having quite the big year to travel for nearly 20 hours to go spend time with a serial predator who's making himself scarce inside this country because of all the charges. That's Russell Simmons and Usher. And then we had on March 2nd, was it an unaliving attempt for the illiterate rapper, or just him trying to get sympathy after the week he had? And it says Andrew Tate accuses Meek Mill of relations with Diddy, and that's allegedly because Meek Mill did have relations with Diddy, according to the Binance. Would like to add, yes, based on all of that information, I do think Stephen Baldwin's Manic episode in the request for prayers has something to do with Justin Bieber and this Diddy lawsuit and Diddy and Usher. I really do.
Now, why would Usher decide to go take himself to Bali and meet up with that nigga named Russell Simmons? Okay, I don't know what PR team thought this was a good idea, or Usher said F it, but this is concerning, disturbing, and weird. I don't care how close of friends we are. Once you have any rape allegations, you're no friend of mine anymore. I'm sorry. No, I can't vouch for you. Usher, get your ass back to the States and stop talking to that man.
I've been waiting for one like this. I've been waiting to react to something like this for a long time. Russell Simmons thanks babe bro Usher for visiting him in Bali, so they bonded over a yogic science. Okay. I'm gonna make this short and sweet. This is some zesty right here. Usher, you got that pretty boy smile. You got that coke in a smile with your shirt off, smiling with Uncle Russell. Uncle Russell like, yeah, we just had some hot yoga. And we rubbed our heads together and we had some hot steamy yoga. No, this ain't the move, Usher. After getting off this football performance, you ain't supposed to jump into this. You was just killed it. You was touching on Alicia Keys, which that was in violation, but they'll let you slide. And then you want to go back to this? You're supposed to be putting out hot singles right now. Uncle Russell gonna take you back down. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want nobody near him in no hot yoga. Hot yoga and Russell don't go together. It's been too much there. It's too much there. It's too fiery over there. And Usher, this look like zesty man. Y'all look like zesty twins. Russell, you smiling too much. That teeth, them teeth like that. Why they sitting like that? And you went all the way to Bali to do this? Well, he in Bali, but you could have did this virtually, Usher. You supposed to be on the big and better things. You just got off that football performance. You're not supposed to be here messing with Uncle Russell in the hot, steamy yoga. This is the zestiest since I seen with that Snoop Dogg and that Dr. Dre picture with them leaning by each other on the grass looking like lovers.
Looking at this lawsuit, right, Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher name redacted, you could tell who it is because they described him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl. Right. So, I mean, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. But he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right. Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
All right, y'all, so you just heard all of that. Now, for those of you who follow me tight, you know that I told you guys a year or so ago, right? A year or so ago, that Usher mom was upset with Diddy because there was a situation where Diddy and Usher were intimate, and it led him to have to go to the hospital because his back door, all right? Get what I'm trying to say between the lines, because Usher's back door had been pried open. All right, I'm trying to say this as respectful as I can, and I'm gonna say allegedly, okay? I told you guys that a year or two ago, and the only reason why I wanted to bring that up because a lot of people were in the comments saying that I was making it up, and I wasn't. I got this from a reputable source. Now, of course, we're talking about when Usher was living with Diddy back in New York, way back in the days that this situation allegedly took place. But anyway, I want to hear you guys' thoughts in regards to this connection that Usher and Russell had in Bali. What do you think is all behind that, and why did Usher feel so comfortable to be filmed and photographed, knowing about all of the negative things that are surrounding and that have been attached to Russell? And now Usher has some negative things that has been attached to him, given the fact that Rodney filed this lawsuit against Diddy that named Usher for doing some predatory things himself. So I want you guys to drop down and let me know what you think about all of this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.